shit. Yo, so how about when I was living in Rockland? When I was living in Rockland, my neighbor was a Form 1 driver, right? And he had like a
For
little
real?
fucking, yeah. I couldn't tell you dude's name. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I don't even remember dude's name to this day. Like I would have to ask my fucking roommate, like if you remember this dude, because we had went over to his house one night. Because one day I was just like throwing out the trash, and I had on headphones, so I was just like singing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just vibing and shit. And at the time, the toxins didn't take over my body, so I still had vocals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the dude wife and her friend came on the balcony and was just like, "Oh my God, you sound so good." Da, 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 da. And then they just told me about they was doing beer pong and all that shit. Basically trying to set me up to fucking goddamn beat fish. You know what I'm saying? I bring my roommates over there. We over there kicking and shit. And how about this is why I said when I was in my 20s I wasn't shit. How about me and the friend basically created our own waves in the hot tub. Let me just say it like that. I'm trying to find the best way to.
Goodness
And
gracious.
yeah, and like a month later they did it again and it had another friend over, and the friend was on me too the same way, but that was more of a setup. Like, oh, I thought you did this with my friend and shit. I was like, I did. Okay.
I did.
Like,
I did. Sorry. Yep. No. No dodging here.
yeah, and no objections.
Okay, get your screen. I know it's like that, but on YouTube, it's still. Remember how
It was just black.
it won't. Yeah, it
there.
won't show up. It'll only show me and Mad Sticks on the YouTube.
I mean, if you want to see my car floor or the seat, that's all they gonna see.
Bro, people
With
want
my
to see
phone
you.
down, I have my AirPods on. While I'm driving to my
People
destination.
really want to see what it's like to be 6'10", bro. Nobody has that experience.
I'm in the car. They're gonna be 3'2". Like, bro,
3'2" would be. Look at this 6'10" man sitting on a fucking 92 Camry, basically. My head almost touching the roof.
Oh, it's a Buick, but I get your point.
Seat lean back all the damn way. Oh, fucking all the way back here. Yep.
Hey, no, we're in college. We're in college, and I was driving Mike Osborne's old car, the fucking '89 Honda Accord 5-speed. Yo, that was a thing. That was an ordeal.
A whole ordeal and a half.
Yeah, especially yeah. But
before we get moving on, topics real quick. I know I got
my topic. This bitch
ain't shit.
Bitch ass. Yep.
I'm like, dude ain't shit. Okay, we can do that. Yep. We might be able to start out with that. Okay, yeah, we'll start out with that, and then we'll go with the fights because that'd be a perfect segue. So we'll end on like I'm about to whoop his ass. And speaking of whooping his ass,
I know, right?
The fights this weekend were fucking nuts. All right, Kay, what's your topic? What we got?
Yeah, I
know it was between tight end you and the Clippers.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna talk about both of those topics anyway.
Well, we got 45 minutes to do it, so let's get going. And 5, 4, 3, 2. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 73, live on YouTube of the All Pro JAFFOs, live from the coach in his Zoom room. We're not nameless, not faceless, fucking definitely born for greatness, breaking it down, breaking ground. I'm your host, JP. Alongside me, as always, the best DJ in the whole fucking world, Mr. DJ Mad Sticks.
You see the speakers, you know what it is.
And of course, the incomparable, the one and only 6'10" beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country Cat.
Konnichiwa, people.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Sunday, the 27th of June, 2021. We're recording this. Obviously, we usually start off with sports, start off with something that's going on, but Madison's got some shit he's got to get off his chest.
Man, we starting
Because
off with bitch assness. That's what we're gonna call it. That's what we're gonna call this segment. Bitch assness.
bitch assness with fucking DJ Madison.
Right.
Hey, that has a good ring to it. Hold on.
Shout out to Diddy.
You're right.
Bitch assness with DJ Madsticks. Oh,
You're right.
we might be able to work with that.
Right.
We can turn that into something. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. We don't got a whole lot of time today. Let's get into it. What happened? What the fuck happened?
Man, so I'm having a good day. DJ, my first Pride, event today. So just got home from that. So the wife calls and was like, "You got some papers on the car." So we've been dealing with this stuff with our ex or whatever. So they we have a restraining order, criminal restraining order, and a civil restraining order. So now he's trying to hit me with a civil restraining order off some bullshit, talking about I'm following him and this and that. And so he's trying to protect the kids for me, which the kids live with me. So I pay their medical, I pay their dental, their vision. I'm doing what a good stepdad does. I'm not going to be that asshole guy.
Yeah.
Like, these aren't my kids. So fuck you. I don't have to do nothing. My fridge is full of food. I make sure you go to school every day, make sure you got clothes, but you always got to deal with this bitch ass person of a, so-called, parent, whatever. Just because you, let's see how I'm gonna put this. Just because you, donated some sperm don't make you a dad. Let's just say that. Being a dad is
called him a donation. Oh, shit.
Right. In reality, really, your mom should have swallowed you. We just gonna play the plain and simple. Like you,
bro. Okay, real quick, you can't be saying shit like that when I'm in him, because that's how people die. That's how people start choking. And the only audio we're gonna be hearing is me fucking coughing my lungs out.
Coughing, right?
Oh, okay.
So
let's keep going. Get them.
Like even before, like when the kids they were living in Louisiana, so even before all that, like before I even knew them, making sure they had shit for Christmas, like just taking care of them. Like the daughter wanted to switch. Who went out and bought a switch? I got my own kids. Like me and our mom really wasn't even together at the time, but just me being a nice person who I am, doing nice shit. If I got it, I'm gonna make sure you got it. So. But this whole time it's been like, oh, you're not their dad, and I'm their father, and all that bullshit. Like, just being a bitch ass right now. So this shit is just irritating. Like we've been doing it for 3 years. I've had my my brake lines cut. I've had my cars keyed up. We've had just numerous.
Yeah, all this shit.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. Like we talked about it a little bit. I'm like, how the fuck? Like the people who are listening or people who are watching right now, understand this. This man right here, he's either on this side or you're looking at it and he's on that side. This one of the nicest fucking human beings I've ever met. Okay, one of the nicest human beings I've ever met, bar none. How the fuck does somebody like this get served with fucking restraining order papers? Not just from the ex, you've got one from a church. Church, bro. Like a church gave you a restrict. Like, bro, I don't understand this. I just don't get it.
Hey, they say you must be doing something right when a lot of people hate you. So you keep doing what's right.
Yeah.
They say.
I mean, when you got the church on your ass, like, what are you doing?
Right. Yep.
Holy crap, bro.
Yeah, so it's just been some crazy shit. It's just like it's irritating. It's like, man, I could easily jump on this dude and whip this dude's ass, but it's like I got too much to lose. Like, what's the point? You know what I mean?
You don't need to whoop his ass. You can fucking bash him here. We're good.
Yep. Yeah, that's I'm like, hey, I got everything you want. Your kids still live in this house, so now you didn't fucked around. You done lost custody, so you don't have. All you have is visitation. You don't have no legal nothing. Like when that stimulus is coming to this house. Like you don't pay bills in this house. Like I pay bills in this house. You ain't running shit in here. He be trying to say, tell him not to do this and do that. And like, man, this is my house. This the house that Damien.
Oh man.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Obviously he ain't shit. But was he one of those dudes who fucking up and left and now all of a sudden he wants to in the kid's lives type of shit?
He just wanted, basically she left and he just bit her, Like, move on. Like, she don't want you no more. Like, you know, he still
I mean,
refers to me.
look, okay.
Like, he still refers to me as the boyfriend. He won't even acknowledge that we even married.
So I look at it this way. This man is watching your kids. He's making sure they got a roof over their head, food in their belly, and getting their asses to school. All right. And you're trying to make this man's life a living hell. Bro, I can't, and I'm oh shit, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a little bit late because I know she's gonna have to say something about it real quick.
She here.
Talking about bitch assness. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the room, Miss. I don't think her audio is on yet. Jen! Well, there she is. Hi. Can you? No, she can't hear us. Can't hear us.
No, sorry, I couldn't hear you. My thing was stuck. Hi guys, sorry I'm late.
Oh, it's all good. Don't even worry about it. We were just talking about how Mad Sticks' wife's ex is full of shit. Like this dude, you saw in the group chat, fucking getting filed with restraining orders and shit in a county the homie doesn't even live in. Oh man.
Restraining orders are no fun. Let's see, I'm on the other end.
The thing about it, like, is we already have like a civil and a criminal restraining order against him. Like, he just lost custody of his kids. So now this is like his last ditch effort, I guess, to, you know, keep me away from the kids. Like, the kids live with us. He's like, you know, I want him to stay away from the kids. And even on here, like, the judge just denied any of this until we even go to court. That shit ain't finna fly.
No.
Like you have no, like,
the kids are still technically with the mom, and just because she has a boyfriend or husband or whatever, again, there's a roof over the kid's head, food in their belly, and they're going to fucking school. The judge is gonna look at this like, okay, what are we arguing about?
Yeah.
What you wanted? What? No.
Yep.
No.
If there's no like real threat to the children, it will not go through.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like
the only threat there is Mad Sticks whooping this dude's ass.
Yeah.
That's really the only threat.
But he can't say that.
I can say it. I'll say it for you. Hey, you keep fucking around.
Right.
This man gonna come and hurt you.
But the whole thing, the whole thing is like, man, baby daddies, men, they get so butthurt. Y'all, okay, I'm gonna be fucking. Y'all can be the dirtiest assholes. Period. Y'all are fucking assholes. You can do her dirty as fuck, cheat on her, all this shit. The minute she up and leaves you because she got the balls to finally leave you, y'all motherfuckers mad because one, either she doing hella better without you, and then two, she finds another person to love your children and treat your children right. Now you butthurt because somebody else decided to be the man that you could not be and step the fuck up. Ooh. So I'm sorry, honey, but don't be upset because you couldn't be the man I need you to be. And there's somebody else like Matt Stick stepping the fuck up to take care of your children because you couldn't do it properly in the first place and you could not keep me. So don't be butthurt because the whole reason I have a restraining order is for the same bullshit. It's because my baby daddy got butthurt because I got a new boyfriend. Not even like I waited a while before I got a new boyfriend and he was butthurt. And I still waited a while after me and my boyfriend got together to even introduce him to my children. It was not like, oh, my kids met him, 2 weeks into the relationship or whatever. No, my kids waited months to meet the man. I mean, me and him didn't work out because we were on different levels, but you know what I mean? That's a whole different story. Like me and dude are still like friends. We just did not work romantically. But baby daddies get mad when somebody else comes in the picture and decides to do the jobs that they couldn't do, whether it just means taking care of the kids or taking care of the woman. And it makes it worse when other person is a better ass man. They get butthurt because they couldn't do the right thing and actually take care of the person that they're with. And I'll say it. And I don't care.
This is why Jen is fiery.
I agree. Hey, can the pessimistic psychiatrist clock in? I'm just waiting on y'all to go and do y'all thing.
Fuck, what do we? All right. The pessimistic psychiatrist.
The
This is a new
pessimistic
nickname.
psychiatrist.
Okay.
All right.
So now I know some
for,
shit is about to be said right now.
Oh no, this shit. For, anyway. So yeah, for the Mad 6 issue, which is, I'll just say this for both issues. All right, fellas, you do know it's a million sperm in one shot, right? I.e., there's more women out here you can have another kid with. You ain't got to sit here and just stick to your guns and stick to your ties, bro. You're lost. You're lost.
He said, "Take that L and."
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna say L,
hey, some baby daddies still can't. Even when they got a girlfriend, they still can't take that loss. Like, oh,
true.
My baby daddy still has a fiance, and still can't lay the bag. Like he can't. He just can't. Like he's hella mad because I'm over here doing it. I have fucking lifted up my damn whole life and became a bomb ass bitch, and all he can do is talk shit. What? I chopped off my hair. I got fit, and he got his girlfriend over there, his fiance. My bad, his fiance over there. But he's still popping off because he's mad as fuck that I'm fucking. My glow up is real as shit, and all his friends know it. All of them. Period. So
we can end it right there.
I wish
you're right. Thank you. Need to take your life the fuck on.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had an air horn. Jay came in this bitch like Biggie.
In that segment, don't be a bitch ass.
Don't be a bitch.
If you're gonna be a bitch ass during the relationship with the woman you decided to not fucking pull out of, then take your fucking loss. If she got the fucking balls to walk the fuck away from you because you're a fucking loser, take the fucking loss. Do your rights as a father. Pay for whatever the fuck they need. Take care of your children. Let her live her life. Let her mind her own business. Because a lot of women that are fucking truly grown like me will mind their fucking business. Honey, you do you. You go get a fiance while we're still married. I don't give a fuck. Like, you do you.
You do you, boo boo.
Hey, I swear.
You do you. I'm living my best life. I'm fucking whoever the fuck I want. I'm dating whoever the fuck I want.
All right now.
Dumb as fuck after you said that I couldn't get fucking good again. Like, this dude legit was my child because I was working out. Your mom only works out until her birthday so she can look good for her birthday, and then she gets fat again. And I'm like, I told my child, instead of reacting in a horrible way, damn right I get fat after my birthday. You know what comes after September? Fuck, it's Halloween. And then you got Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Of course I get fat during that time because I like to eat. I'm a big girl.
Dude, my heart is, I'm like, that was, holy shit.
Conversation.
As soon as she, like, so, hey,
put your hands up, give me all the motherfucking money.
More than made up for coming in late, and it was actually the perfect fucking segment to do it in. We're gonna keep that a thing. Either bitch assness with Mad Sticks or don't be a bitch ass or some shit. Like, we're gonna figure something out. No, that's gonna fucking work.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. That's gonna.
We need to make a meme about that shit.
Do you know how many fucking clips I'm gonna make just out of that segment? Just out of that.
G came in this motherfucker like when T-Mac hit all them damn points in 33 seconds. Or when Clay hit 60 in 3/4.
No.
Like, she came in this like, oh.
She said, all right, off the bench.
It's good though. Like, bro, if you fucked up, own your fuck up, move the fuck on, leave the girl alone, take care of your children, live your fucking lives, and co-parent. That's it. Like, y'all don't have to do that. Y'all don't have to fuck up the kid's life because you're fucking upset about yourself. Don't fuck up the kid's life.
Hold on. Messick. He said, you said what? He don't
pay,
what?
He don't pay child support. None of that, but we got a check for $16 one day. I'm like, nigga, that's not
It
buying
couldn't be
that.
cash?
Nigga, that's not even buying a Happy Meal for 2 kids, nigga. You not.
Bro, he also had to pay a fee, did he not?
Probably.
Hold on, you might as well
Yeah.
just giving him an envelope
See,
cash. Like,
if it was not for us if it was not for me saying let's garnish his checks, and my ex-husband being as smart as he is goes, yeah, because I don't want to hand her cash, right? So he got himself garnished. That's the only way to do it, is to get their checks garnished if they want to be petty like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it wasn't for that, each time that the checks were not getting garnished, he would not give me a dime. I went without a dime for almost 2 years from this man.
Yeah, that boy ain't shit. Hey, look.
If you're not paying for your kids, you ain't shit. You have no right to say shit. If you are not taking care of your fucking kids, you ain't shit. You have no opinion. You have no rights. That's fucking the way I look at it. I don't give a fuck. All he is doing by trying to put a restraining order against Mastix is bullshit. Because the only person you are fucking up, you're the only person you're fucking with their world is your children. Mm-hmm. Period. You're not fucking a Mastix shit. You're not fucking up his wife, his wife shit. You are fucking up your own children. And that's what people need to fucking understand. By pulling all this, like, I want to be petty here in court because I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Or no. I don't want to pay for my kids, but all of a sudden I want them. Look, if you can't afford to fucking pay child support, which is however much of your fucking check a week, then you cannot afford to take care of these children on your own, like you're trying to take away, period. Because if you cannot afford to give me $200, $300 a week to take care of the children that I am paying for their food, their clothes, everything else, their fucking roof over their head, whatever else shit I gotta pay for, then you cannot afford these children. Let's be real. Because if you can't afford the $200-$300 a week, you cannot afford to take care of these children. Because then that means if you can't afford that, what happens if something happens? What if there's a medical thing that happens? Where's that money gonna come from?
Nowhere.
It's like, for me, I don't care if I can afford it. I don't even bother the man. I just go and pay the money. I just go and pay the money because there's no point of asking. Because if I ask, then I gotta sit there and have a petty argument. Nah, I'm good. I'll take care of my kids on my own, boo boo.
Let me give you the kicker to end this segment, right? We're gonna end the segment on this note. So he's from Louisiana. He had a house in Louisiana, right?
Oh, come on, dog. No, man, no dollar bill.
His mortgage was only $200 and something. When the kids were out there with him, she was sending like over $1,000 a month. He lost the house. How do you lose a house on a $200 something mortgage that your mom left you? What'd you do with the money? But you want your kids, but you want to play Father of the Year. Like, nigga, get out of here.
Yeah, and it's real shit.
Yeah,
dads like that, y'all ain't shit.
You ain't
do
shit.
Better. Fucking as soon as you do better, you'll see a change. Trust me. Because it ain't on anybody else, but
you start doing better.
It ain't on nobody else but your fucking damn self.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get your shit together and you get mad at somebody else because your kids are actually happy and actually healthy. If you get mad at somebody for that, that's your own ego shit you got to get over.
Hey, I feel y'all, but shout out to all the single fathers that's doing the right thing. And shout out to the fathers that is doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I got a lot of fathers that got a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we're not saying
don't know how to let go. So I feel Jen. I be living vicariously through him. So I understand what you're saying. Because I ain't got to go through that mess. And I feel bad for both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's just real. Y'all both should know by now. I got a lot more to say than that, but I feel like we should move on.
So it's going to be a fucking therapy session from here on out. That's what we're going to be doing at the beginning of the shows. We're going to be, all right, who was being a bitch ass fucking this week? Get it all off our chest, and we can be happy and talk some shit. Because dudes like that, they end up getting their ass whooped, and maybe they change their mind. But, speaking of getting the ass whooped, holy fuck. If you are a boxing fan, if you pay attention to the sport of boxing, last night, today's Sunday, yesterday was Saturday when we're recording this Sunday. Last night was a great night to be a boxing fan. Unbelievable night to be a boxing fan. Matter of you had Lomachenko, who we've talked about here on this show. He returned after his bout with Teofimo and fought against Masayoshi Nakatani. I'm pretty sure that's right. And won by TKO in the 9th round. And Loma just looked like typical prime Loma. The angles and stuff that he was hitting dude at, he didn't see it coming. He didn't see any of those shots coming. The ones he got put down by, he had no idea they were there. I sent you guys some of the highlights from this fight at least. This one was one of those. It was a domination fight from Loma, coming back after a loss to Lopez, and now he wants his rematch. He came out of this and said, I want my belts back. Lopez, what's up? So Lopez's dad was also in the crowd watching this fight, basically kind of scouting or doing whatever. But I talked to my brother about this. And from his point of view, it makes sense. But I mean, we all know Sunshine. If you've heard the show, earlier on, it's kind of rare that we get him on nowadays because we got a lot of shit he's doing out there. But when we do get him on, he usually has to. But I talked to him today, and I asked him about Loma, and he thinks Loma should go down as one of the top 3 or top 5 fighters of all time. And he says this because nobody wanted to fight Loma. You have situations now where you got ducking guys or whatever, wait until they get out of their prime to have the fight or whatever it's going to be. But then you have guys which I don't know why, because it used to be that way back in the day, but now it's just turned into something different. And I think my brother hit on a good point about that, but I'll get to that in a minute. With Loma, he is something that nobody in the boxing scene has ever seen. The angles that he takes, the speed, the technique, just everything about him, no fighter has been able to really. He went up 3 weight divisions within a few years and won titles in all 3 of those divisions.
Yeah.
This dude they call him the Matrix for a reason. This dude literally looks like, and I'm using an example. If you're looking at dude, he's right here in front of you. You're getting punched in the face. As soon as you look up to throw a counter, he's gone and he's over here. He's on this side, fucking hitting you with a left hook, putting you on your ass. Like, you're all crisscross with this guy. Like, this dude is, and the reason why he only has, I think, 12 fights under his belt, and he's 33. He's 33 years old, and he's only got like 12 or 13 fights under his belt. And the reason for that is because nobody wanted to fight him. He dominated one weight class. Nobody wanted to fight him. He moved up, dominated that weight class. Nobody wanted to fight him again, so he moved up. It's just the amount of feet. And this guy literally, I believe it was 5 fights in a row where the dude literally quit on the stool. I'm not doing this anymore. 4th round, 5th round. Early. No, I can't. I'm not landing anything. I'm not able to throw anything. And this dude is killing me. He is crushing people's spirits. He is the epitome of somebody who destroys your will to fight. And the only reason why his record, because people are going to look at, his record really ain't. Well, look at the reason why he has that record. The reason why he has that record is because nobody wanted to fight him. Everyone was ducking Loma. In Loma's prime, no one wanted any fucking part of it. So now it took guys from the higher divisions like Teofimo Lopez to actually come down in weight class to go, all right, let me settle this, let me shut this guy up. He has to come down from a higher weight class, and he barely won the fight against Loma. So now Loma wants a chance at him again. I honestly think, and my brother told me this, he thinks the reason why fighters duck more is because they're looking for, and Kay said this one times before, they're looking for that big money fight. If it's not enough, they're not going to fight, right? Who is the guy who really started doing that? Mayweather. Mayweather started doing it. He ducked Pacquiao for a long time until they actually fought when basically both of them were out of their prime. And I think Pacquiao broke his hand in the middle of the fight, or even before the fight, whatever that shit was. But Mayweather was very smart in how he handled his business and who he was fighting and who. But now his own promotions, Caleb was like all of his guys there, even Gervonta Davis. But I told him with Davis, it's a different story. Davis hasn't ducked anybody, at least from my knowledge. Mm-hmm. Davis is one of the only guys in the Mayweather Promotions umbrella that hasn't ducked the fight. He will literally fight anybody. He tells them, if you want it, come get it. I'm not ducking anybody. He's one of the only guys in that camp that does that. And Gervonta Tank Davis, his fight against Barrios was, I say spectacular because it took Davis 8 rounds to really get it because Barrios was handling him. He was actually, before the 8th round, I'm pretty sure that the scorecards had Barrios up, I think 5-2, 5 rounds to 2 going into the 8th. And then the 8th round happens. And after this fight, I honestly think Tank Davis has more endurance than damn near anybody in the fight game right now. That dude can just go. He's the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps coming. He keeps coming. He keeps coming. He doesn't lose any power in that left hand. And he proved it because he put Barrios on his ass the first time. Oh, it was I think it was Will Blackman. He put up that Tank hit him so hard he knocked him into social distancing distance. He hit him he literally knocked him across the ring with the left hand, bro. Put his ass down, and as soon as he got up, mandatory 8 count, got all that stuff, ran in there and put him on his ass again. Knocked him down twice in the 8th round. And from there, Floyd, who's sitting at ringside, goes up to Davis and says, on the unofficial scorecards, you're losing. You're losing this fight. Davis said, what? He's like, no, I'm being honest with you. He's like, you want me to be real with you, right? I'm not just going to tell you you're winning if you're not winning. You're losing the fucking fight right now. I'm paraphrasing a little bit of what he's saying, but essentially he was telling him, I'm not going to bullshit you. You got to get something fucking going in this fight. 8th round happens, and basically, and I put it up on Twitter, Tank Davis just basically went Super Saiyan from the 8th round on. After that talk with Floyd, he turned into this relentless beast. But I got to give credit to Barrios because he kept getting up. He was getting knocked. He was getting his ass whooped from the 8th round up until the 11th when they actually stopped the fight. He was getting put down, but he kept getting up. He kept fighting. Early on in the fight, he was making it tough. He was making it real tough for Davis. So when it got to that 8th round, and then finally in the 11th round, he hit him with a body shot that basically, he got up from it, took 2 more shots, and the ref stepped in and couldn't do it anymore because what happened yesterday was an absolute war to end the night. You had the Loma fight, which basically Loma dominated the whole time, and then you went right into a Tank Davis fight that was, in my personal opinion, the hardest fight he's ever had. he almost went the distance in this fight, which he doesn't necessarily do. He's got a 96% KO percentage. He's only had one fight where he had to knock somebody out. So he almost went the distance in this fight before he put dude down with another left. And that dude, that left hand, I think Gervonta Davis, and he's 26 years old. 26-year-old fighter. Now think about this for a second. When we're talking about mega fights, and it's been processing in my head. I'll try and make this quick. It's been processing in my head the entire time. You got two of the best fighters that are in the game right now, pound for pound, in Tank Davis and Lomachenko. Loma obviously needs to beat Lopez to get his belt back for this to be a thing. So let's just say he does. You need to have that mega fight between Loma and Tank before Loma's completely, out of the game, before he's like 35, whatever years old. Because Tank will still be in his prime. By then, Tank still has, 3-4 more years to go before he even hits 30, 31, where that kind of decline you see in boxers normally. He's already 26-0. So, I mean, so Mad Six, I know that when you look at fighting, you have a personal thing with it because that's something you used to do. Mm-hmm. So when you see somebody like Tank Davis and somebody like Loma, how is this not already happening? Like this fight with these two guys, this has got to be something crazy, no? Am I the only one who thinks this would be a mega fight?
No, it'll definitely happen, but the money gonna talk on that one, so somebody want to get paid.
Bro, the amount of money that fight would bring in.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're talking 9-figure payday for both of them.
But then, like you say, it would have to be a championship fight though for it to really be a payday. Like if it's Loma win a championship, and then they
unify the titles.
Yep.
Man, I mean, I think like I said, Loma's already 33. But when you're talking about big money fights, and this is a big money fight, you're not going to get as much money from this fight 3-4 years down the line. People will have already lost interest in it by then. If you have it done within the next year or two,
yeah,
that's gonna be a fat fucking payday. Everyone's gonna buy that pay-per-view, including me. It's going to be a packed house. They might want to do it in a football stadium, go Thrilla and Manila style. Get 100,000 people in the stadium to watch the fight. If people will pay that money to watch that fight.
Yeah,
that's a fight that everyone now has a major interest in. So I mean, Jen, you looking at boxing and stuff like that. What do you think? Have you seen really any of Loma and Davis besides like what we sent you?
No, not at all. Yesterday I was at birthday parties and a wedding. So
yep.
There was, no. I didn't really get to see much and I didn't get to do my homework, y'all.
It's okay. There's plenty of homework to do later on. Kay, did you see any of the highlights? And what do you think you did?
Pretty much I have no other opinion than what I told you before, that Tank was going to whoop his ass. That's pretty much what all I had. Like, he let it go, a couple rounds later than what we predicted, and
what do you think about that mega fight, though? Like, what do you think? Like, would that be something you would be interested?
I'll watch it. Like, I wanted to watch this one, but as y'all know, like, I had a lot of bull crap going this past week, so I was really trying to get my mind right more than actually trying to figure out how to see this fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But at the same time, I feel like this fight, I agree with y'all. Let me get that out of the way first. I agree with y'all. It should be a championship fight, so the belts can get birds and all that shit. And bro, I think it probably go down like next year, sometime maybe. I feel like 2022 will be something like that. for them.
It would be
They probably-
smarter if they waited till 2022 for all these regulations to get better so they can pack more seats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you really want to pack that 100,000 crowd, yeah,
you
you're
really
gonna need
want
a
that
waiver.
check like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be
So,
definitely something.
Yeah, I feel like it'll go down like that.
But yeah, I mean, I hope so, man. I really do, because that actually, I might want to look into the tickets for that fight to actually go see it in person. I'm talking about like bucket list shit that I wanted, like seeing a mega go into a boxing match. That would be the fight I would want to actually go see. I gotta look at the tickets.
So on your bucket list, you got win the lotto right before go see this fight. Is that on the bucket list too?
We're gonna win the lotto, bro. You see what we have here?
Oh,
Do you see what we have? What we have, bro. This is the lotto. This is what's gonna help us get to go doing those things. At least that's what I'm hoping.
Hey, I
got a lot of hope for this shit.
I feel you, bro. But I'm just letting it be known, like when they bring media out for shit like that, they really don't pay the best money for people to get took out. You might fuck around, be on the Spirit Airline. You know what I mean? Might be on the Spirit Airline joint.
Anything to get away from these kids. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Manny, man.
Hey, sometimes you need a break. All right, we got 10 minutes left before we got to get going. Matt or Kay, what was it? What were we talking? We got 10 minutes. What are you doing?
Well, Jen can go first. Jen just go.
Me?
Yeah,
I thought she didn't have.
Talking about the Formula 1 racing, right?
No, it wasn't the Formula 1 racing. It's actually the sprint car racing. Sprint car. Yeah, so pretty much this Friday I ended up going to the races over here in Watsonville Speedway. It's Ocean Speedway in Watsonville. And they had everything there. The super modifieds, the four bangers, the micros, and everything else. But what stood out to me that night was I haven't been in a while, and there was this girl, she's in the number 4 car. Her name is Jody Robinson, right? This girl is young as hell and a badass driver. Like, there was a fucking moment in the beginning of a race. She started in 4th, and 1, 2, and 3 got caught up. They bunched up together, and she just took the shot. Like, she shot through all 3 of them and ended up freaking like lapping a bunch of people. There was a crash. She ended up coming back. She shot through all of them, was gonna relap everybody. Like, she took the fucking race. Like, it was just crazy. Like, all the crashes that happened around her, this girl had like split decisions, like nothing, and handled them perfectly well. This girl was so badass. Like, the crowd went fucking wild for her. I didn't even know that she was a girl until after I seen her start the race, because I got there late. And this girl, dude, I'm telling you, she's going to be fucking up and coming. She's going to be the next fucking girl you hear about going through these races and shit, because she is that fucking good. Like, I walked to the pits in the back afterwards, and this girl had everyone at her pits wanting to meet her, getting her autograph, buying her t-shirts.
It's almost like getting a rookie card for NASCAR.
Exactly. So, like, my kids were like, I need the shirt. So obviously I bought the damn shirts, but this girl is so badass. She was racing with the top fucking dogs out there. I know you guys probably don't know, but Bud Kading is he comes from a fucking line of bomb ass racers, right? And she was fucking giving him a run for his money 100% in the main fucking event. Period. She was fucking right there with him, but towards the end, it sucks because there was so many crashes. If you race, you know that you fucking heat up your tires, your PSI gets more, right? And if your tires cool down, then obviously the PSI goes down. So it was too much hot and cold that you can tell her tires were fucking with her because the way she was jumping. But she still handled herself well, that she still ended up in the top 5. But dude, I'm telling you, for more than half the race, she was giving like the fucking badass of badasses a run for his money. Like, this girl is gonna be fucking out there, 100%. Like,
what's the name one more time?
Come from that specific racetrack, and like now they're on all over and fucking big ass names.
What's her name again?
Jody Robinson.
Shout out to Jody Robinson.
Yep,
Go
the number
fucking
4
do your
car.
thing, bro.
Dude, I'm
do
telling
your
you,
thing.
she's badass.
Go break
Like,
barriers. Do this shit.
oh yeah.
Let's go.
And you know what? This time when I went out there was a lot more girls in the race cars. So we're making our way through there.
Racing might be the thing.
Shoot,
Racing might be the thing.
If I had enough money, I would put myself in a fucking car. I used to race back in high school.
Expensive.
So
my brother used to tell me shit about. He was telling me about Formula One cars and how much money those. Like we were talking like 10, almost $50 million cars. 100. It's just the engines themselves are like 10 million. It's just insane.
No, absolutely. And that's why you gotta have sponsors for sure. It is freaking expensive. Like 100%, it's expensive. When I raced in high school, I was sponsored. So, you know, I was sponsored to race. I didn't pay for any of my shit, and I made it pretty far. But, you know, shit happens, and, you know, I wish I would have gone further and could continue to go further, but
it's all right.
It's all good. I'm where I'm supposed to be.
You're here with us now, talking shit.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. Okay, before we get off, let's go. Hit me with something. What do we got?
I mean, honestly, we got 5 minutes, bro. You better off just cutting it. There's no point even talking about the topic in 5 minutes. You might well just cut
Nothing we can talk about? Tight end, man, you something crazy you're about to see tight end
about what kind of car that was, you know what I mean? Like, was it a Ford, Toyota, you know what I mean? Like, you could have just finished with that. hey, let's try to punch in a topic in 5 minutes about something that I actually enjoy. I was a part of. Bro.
See, that's why you should have let me go last.
No, I'm saying he could have went, just finished it off because
either one.
Nothing.
Either one could have been the way.
Yeah, it didn't really matter. It didn't really matter.
All right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Especially the way you came in this episode, you got it.
Oh yeah. No, that's gonna. Oh yeah, there's gonna be some clips being shown. That's gonna be fucking hilarious.
Oh, she came.
All right, well, we gotta cut this one short. But the next one, real quick before we go, you guys already know the social media handles. You know, the JAFFO's AP on Twitter, PBP Sports on Instagram. Go follow that shit. Comment, talk to us on there. We're gonna be doing the Spotify Green Room for certain events that come up, whether it's boxing events. Definitely gonna be something to take advantage of during the football season. We're watching Red Zone or whatever, just being able to talk to you guys and being able to actually add you guys into the podcast when we're doing that. So be on the lookout for that. Also looking at things to get the production value of this thing to another level. And looking around right now, I might be looking at certain podcast studios to be able to help us get this thing a little bit more off the ground, a little bit more. They have there's a lot of shit that needs to go into it. But again, this podcast, if you've been with us from the beginning, you already know. But if you're just kind of getting with us and just kind of realizing what's going on right now, I have a good feeling about everything that's about to happen, especially with the 4 of us here. You know, sunshine on occasion, especially the guys that we talk to for interviews and, you know, conversations and stuff like that. Last time we talked to Chris Rainey, we've talked to Coach Zoe, we've talked to Marshall Falk. You know, we talked to a whole lot of people on this podcast already and had nothing but a good ass time. So this podcast, I mean, for myself, for Mad Sticks, for Miss Jen, and Mr. Country K, if you don't already know, you will. You will. We'll see y'all later. We'll see you guys next week. Deuces.
Bye.
Fuck you, Kay. Let me go out like that. Let me do with the fucking mic drop. Why you gotta laugh? You motherfucker.
That mic drop was quiet as hell.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. It wasn't supposed to be for y'all.
It landed on the pillow.
It landed on a cushion.
Yeah, gingerly too. It gingerly landed on that.
Whatever. I'm fucking doing it again next week, you assholes. We'll see you guys next week.